Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. How are you? I hope you're enjoying the best of health. I welcome you in my class, that is English for grade 3. We are learning unit 3. Its title is I Was Running Late. My dear fellow teachers, this lesson plan, PowerPoint presentation and worksheet links are given. You may click it, download it, follow it as it is or modify it for your convenience. I'm going to deliver my lecture according to this lesson plan. Yes, my dear students, today we are going to learn descriptive writing and locate time in a clock. So let's start with the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah mentions in Quran, Surah Al-Asr, by the time man is in a state of loss indeed, except those who believed and did righteous deeds and advised each other to the truth and advised each other to patience. Yes, my dear students, what this beautiful surah is telling us. Beta, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us every person is in loss, but if you want to avoid this loss, what to do? Advise each other to the truth and patience. You are yourself supposed to be truthful all the time, to be patient all the time, and tell this to others as well. This is the way you will be successful and you will be not in loss, right? So this is an advice of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We should follow it. Now, my dear children, this is, you see, how briefly and in just few words Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has described the people who are successful, right? This is how we describe different things and peoples, and we are going to learn today to use appropriate vocabulary, tense, to write a simple guided paragraph by giving general physical description of a person or object. Means how does the person or the object look like, its color, its qualities, etc. Locate specific information in a clock by half and full hour. These are our today's SLOs. So, when do you wake up in the morning? When do you wake up in the morning? And when do you go to sleep at night? Pause the video, answer these questions to your teacher, and then come back. Yes, my dear students. So after answering these questions, we can find out how good, how punctual you are, right? And beta, it means you have a schedule to go to bed and to get up in the morning. And how do you find what's the time? How do you find it? How do you find out by what time I woke up? So this is the way. You find time in a clock, right? And in a clock, the small hand tells us hours and the big hand points the minutes, right? This is we have learned in grade 2 as well. So this hand is pointing to 3 and this hand is pointing to 12. It means what's the time in this clock? It's 3 o'clock, right? So beta, this hand, the minutes hand, when it reaches to 6, it becomes half past. Okay, so this position of minutes changes with every minute, and when this hand completes one round, this hour hand moves to next, and it means 1 hour has passed. Do you understand? Okay, so it's 3 o'clock once again. What's the time now? This is a full circle, right? And its half is on 6. It means it's half here, and now we have to find out what point it's pointing by our hand. It's little more than 3. It means how we'll read it? It's half past 3. How do we read it? It's half past 3. Means this hand, minutes hand, has covered half of the path, and this is half past 3 now, right? Okay, This is how it works. Now look at this. This hand, the minute's hand, is moving with every minute, and when it reaches to 6, it is half. And you see, with the movement of this hand, this our hand is also slightly moving, and when this hand of minutes reaches to 6, this is in the mid. It means it's 3:30. Are you getting it? Okay. So let's practice it, read it in your book. Question number 14. Look at the clock and find out the time. What you are supposed to do, first you'll find out what number is our hand pointing and what is the position of minutes hand. If it is on 12, it's complete, means 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, whatever. And if it is on 6, it means it's 3:30, right? So look at the position of hands and write the time over here in the given space. So pause the video, complete this task in your book, and then come back. Yes, my dear children, are you done with it? Good job. It was not that difficult. It was easy. Now the next thing is, how do we describe? What are describing words? What are describing words? We have learnt about it. Pause the video, answer this question to your teacher, and then come back. Yes, my dear students, I hope you remember that describing words, we describe person or objects by using different describing words, which we know are adjectives. So describing words describes a noun. So what are adjectives? Adjectives are describing words. So we use adjective to describe a person, an object. So this is how we use adjectives. Adjectives are describing words that describe nouns, right? It means whenever we want to describe a person, a place, or a thing, we need to use adjectives. This is how we use them. Red apple. Now, apple is noun, and this adjective red is describing what type of apple it is. Long hair. So, hair is noun, and adjective long is telling us about the hair. Cute boy. Huge mountain. Now you see, beta, this huge, it means big, a big mountain. So this is the physical description of this noun. This adjective is telling us how does this mountain looks like. It's a huge one, right? This is how we use adjective to describe the physical description of an object or a person as well. Are you clear? So let's practice it through an activity. Work in pairs. Both pairs have to describe each other by using different adjectives. Okay, so you will look at each other, tell how does your friend look like. The pair that uses the most adjective will get the highest points. Okay, and beta, here I would suggest you use positive and good adjectives to describe your friend. So pause the video, enjoy this activity, and then come back. Yes, my dear students, are you done with it? So what type of adjectives did you use? Like, this is my friend, and he is a tall and strong boy. His eyes are brown, his hair color is black, and things like that. This is how we describe people. Now, in the same way, you are going to write it in your book, and it's question number 15. What you will do, you will write 5 sentences to describe your school. Okay? So it is the physical description of your school. How does your school look like? What are the things? A word bank has been given. You can use a huge, vast vocabulary of your own adjectives and write just 5 sentences about your school. Pause the video, complete this task in your notebooks, and then come back. Yes, my dear students, are you done with this? Good job. So it's time for your homework. This project is given in your book. So you are going to complete it. You will make 2 clocks of chart paper and show different times with half and full hour. So by this weekend, you will complete this project, and on coming Monday, you will bring your clocks in your school and show it to your teacher. And here is a worksheet, my dear fellow teachers. This worksheet, lesson plan, PowerPoint presentation links are given. You may click it, download it, and kindly provide a printed worksheet to students for practice. So what we have learned today, we learned about the hands of the clock, and we learned about half and full hour. We learned to describe a person or object. So we achieved our SLOs to use appropriate vocabulary and tense to write a simple guided paragraph by giving general physical description of a person or object to locate specific simple information in a clock by half and full hour. Are we done with it? Yes, so that's it for today. Tomorrow I'll come again with a very interesting lesson. Till that time, keep learning, keep practicing, take very good care of yourself. Thank you and Allah Hafiz.